you're somebody who is launching an online course soon or thinking about creating a course to launch, this is my 6-week launch plan that my team and I did to have a 6-figure course launch. What's up everyone, I'm Millie, I'm an influencer coach, and welcome back to my channel where I post videos every Wednesday teaching you the latest strategies and trends for how to build and grow your business on social media as an aspiring influencer and creator. As always, timestamps will be in the description down below because I value your time. You already know why you're here, so let's get into it. Okay, so I just grabbed my laptop from the back, so that's why it looks darker back there, but we're gonna jump into a screen recording and I'm going to show you this 6-week launch plan that my team and I use to plan out my course. On the first page of the doc, you basically plug in all of your course info. So you have your desired launch date, the date that you wanna actually launch and start selling your course. And then we have content due date. When you're gearing up for a launch, you're gonna be planning a lot of content to help you sell that launch. All of your content will be created by this date, and we're gonna go over what all that content is. Your course's name, the course's topic, the transformation that your course promises. So typically with an online course, you're guaranteeing some sort of transformation or A to Z answer. And with my course, it's teaching anybody how to grow on Instagram and make money on the platform. So that's the transformation that my course promises. You're gonna plug in the prices of your course, if it's one price or do you do monthly payment, so plug in the pricing. Any bonuses that you're going to be offering throughout the launch. We're gonna talk about all the different bonuses that you can offer. Testimonials, so if somebody has already taken your course, you could do a few testimonials or links to different testimonials that previous students have left for you. And the course launch goal. How many signups do you want? Is there a specific number or figure that you're trying to hit monetarily wise? Having that plugged in so it's easy for you and anybody who is helping you have answers right there. So that's page 1. On page 2, this is your content checklist. So previously above it says your content due date. You want to be creating all of this before the 6 weeks. So really you have the 6-week launch plan, but 6 weeks prior to the 6-week launch plan, you're creating a bunch of content to start posting. So really this is like a 12-week course launch. That's how much time you really want to prepare for when launching. So here we have about 5 nurture emails, 5 nurture Instagram posts, 4 webinar invites that you'll send to your email list, and 3 that you'll post on Instagram, your course promo emails, course promo Instagram posts, the actual webinars, which will be like the offer to lead people to your course, and your bonuses. So let me just explain a little bit about each one of these. This is the strategy that my team and I use because we have an email list that's pretty active. My main platform for selling and reaching my audience is Instagram. And to get people to sign up for the course, we used a live launch webinar strategy. So I planned a 1-hour webinar that was completely free where I taught on a specific topic, and then at the end of the webinar I sold my course, The Modern Influencer. Okay, now let's go to nurture emails. Your nurture emails, these aren't sales emails. These are educational emails that teach on the importance of your course topic leading up to your course launch. So if I'm trying to sell The Modern Influencer, teaching an Instagram transformation, how to make full-time income using Instagram as an influencer. Maybe one of my nurture emails is going to be, the subject is gonna say, do I need to have 10,000 followers to land paid brand collaborations? And in the subject of that email, I'm gonna educate on how to land brand collabs and that you don't need to have 10,000 followers to land those collaborations. So those are really just educational stuff to start awakening your email list if they're not currently active. Same thing with Instagram. You have nurture posts, which isn't selling your course. It's not selling the webinar. It's just educating on your course topic. These can be in feed posts, carousels, reels. It doesn't have to be 5. It could be 10, maybe 1 reel a day, but this is kind of just what my team and I, how we spaced things out. You have webinar invites. So leading up to the course launch, you're gonna invite people to your free webinar. We sent out 4 of these via email and 3 webinar invites on Instagram. Now the course promo stuff, this is where you're actually selling your course. You're trying to get people to buy your course. So for your course promo content, those emails could include student testimonials. So maybe the subject says what people are saying about course name, and also a peek inside of course name. So those are more like salesy emails. Same thing with the Instagram posts. So we did actual like sales Instagram posts that imitated the emails. So if the email said what students are saying about the modern influencer, we did a post that said what students are saying about the modern influencer with screenshots and a carousel. If it says a peek inside the modern influencer in an email, we also did an Instagram post, a peek inside the modern influencer, carousel with screenshots, all the things. So course promo posts, that's more salesy. We'll have 3 webinars. The lead magnet, this is whatever you want it to be. For us, we did the webinar, so we had people starting to sign up for it. But even before you launch the webinar, you can have another lead magnet. So I had a course wait list. The very first time I ever launched, I launched a course wait list 2 months before I even launched my course. So you could create a simple wait list on Google Forms because it's free, put it in your link in bio and say, hey, get on the course wait list, lead magnet. You start collecting people's emails of people who are actually interested in your course. So lead magnet, and then we had 4 bonuses. So we had a cart open bonus where if people bought within the first 48 hours of launch, they got a bonus. We had a webinar bonus, which encouraged people to sign up for the webinar. It's called a webinar show up bonus. Basically, anybody who shows up to the webinar, they get this digital download. We have a webinar exclusive bonus, which means if anybody buys my course during the webinar, they get this additional bonus. And then we had a cart close bonus. So this was like, this is your last chance. You have the 24 more hours. Anybody who buys in the last 24 hours, you'll get this. It's like that really last hurrah for anybody who was on the fence. So those are 4 offers that you can have. Now, before jumping into that 6-week breakdown of how we distributed all of that content strategically over 6 weeks, I want to say a huge thank you to this video sponsor, which is Thinkific. Now, this isn't just like a regular sponsor like you would see in everybody's YouTube videos. No. I use Thinkific to host all 6 of my online courses. This is a big deal one for me. I am stoked that they're sponsoring this video because I've been a longtime customer and user of Thinkific. I use them to host all 6 of my online courses. So I've been a huge fan and customer of theirs long before this partnership, so that's why I'm so stoked that they're sponsoring this video. I remember back when I was just getting started building out my online course, looking at all of the options online and trying to decide which course host platform I should use. Ultimately, I ended up using Thinkific because I was enrolled as a student on other Thinkific courses, and I loved how it looked from that student's perspective, which was super important for me because my students will probably be in there way more than I'll be in there. Plus, on top of that, it was super easy to use, really user-friendly. It wasn't very tech-heavy. I didn't have to learn coding or anything. I just plugged in my course, my modules, my lessons, and started selling. So if you haven't built out your course yet or you're looking for a course hosting platform, you could use the link in my bio to get a 30-day free trial, an online course training bundle, over 100 hours of video content from past Thinkific summits, and other incredible savings from the Thinkific partners. That's a total value of over $1,000, and you're getting it for free when using my link. Thank you, Thinkific, for sponsoring this video. I hope all of you love them just as much as I do. Okay, now we have the 6-week launch plan, with things mostly launching on Mondays. I did a course launch where I launched on a Friday evening. Did not work for me. You can test it out. It didn't work for me because I have a team that I very much rely on, and I didn't think about it. But I launched on a Friday evening, and my team doesn't work on weekends. And the day I launched, something went horribly wrong, and I couldn't contact anybody from my team to help me. So if you have a team, just keep that in mind. So whenever you have your freebie or your lead magnet, get that going up on your link in bio as soon as possible. Then we started to bring alive my email list. So we had a nurture email going on Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. That's 2 weeks of posts. And this is just a great strategy if you're somebody who has an email list, but maybe you haven't emailed them like ever. So you want to just start sending them really good, juicy stuff. So those open rates are pretty astounding, and you could start on like a good note with your email list subscribers. So you have like 5 really good educational nurture emails. Then after 2 weeks of warming up my email list, we started to warm up Instagram a little bit more. So we have Instagram, a nurture Instagram posts going up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. In between that, we did have other posts going up, but they didn't have anything to do with my course topic. It was just regular day-to-day stuff, so it didn't seem like anything was changing on my Instagram page, but we were just being more strategic with the posts leading up. Nurture Email 5 went out this week, and then finally, about a week and a half before my first webinar, we did the webinar invite email. So this is, hey, I'm teaching a free masterclass and I want you to come, right? And we sent about 3 invite emails before I ever actually hosted a webinar. So you see one Friday, Monday, Thursday, still nurturing my Instagram here. We even did one post on Instagram where it said, hey, I'm hosting a free webinar. Go to the link in my bio. This is where we swapped the lead magnet to the webinar. Lead magnet was while I didn't have anything to do. Once the webinar was ready for signups, we swapped the link in bios, webinar signups. So now my Instagram audience has about a week to sign up for the very first webinar. Webinar 1 on a Monday. That's where cart open bonus begins. For these bonuses, you can also create stories or carousels talking about these bonuses, announcing them, making them more hyped up. You can even pre-record yourself on stories being like, everybody, it's launch day. Today, anybody who signs up, you're gonna get this, this, this. So I actually pre-recorded a lot of my stories for launch week so that I could be more in the trenches and preparing for the webinars during the actual week. That's another option as well. We have promo emails sending daily this week. So those promo emails we sent every single day during launch. That's totally up to you. Some people get really annoyed with emails. I totally get that because I'm somebody that gets really annoyed with emails. So I didn't want to do too many emails every day. Like some people do 2 to 3 emails. We only did 2 emails or 3 emails within the last 48 hours. Just because that was like, hey, last call, you have 24 hours. Okay, 10 hours, last chance. So we did like a few of those very, very last roundup calls. It's normal to get people to unsubscribe during this time, but totally fine. Daily emails. Webinar 2, webinar 3. We did one final webinar invite to be like, hey, last chance to attend my masterclass. Same thing with Instagram, going on stories, last chance to attend the masterclass. Cart close bonus begins, cart close bonus ends. And you're like, Millie, this is a 5-week plan. Yes and no. Because usually the week after launch, you're not just like done, peace out. You have a ton of new students, even if it's like 10 people. Those are people who paid and invested into your course. I make sure that that final week of onboarding students, everybody has a smooth transition of like, okay, they got their login info, which Thinkific automates, so you don't have to worry about that, thank goodness. Like we were able to automate onboarding emails where students could get their logins straight through Thinkific. We were able to automate like, hey, it's been 24 hours since you signed up. This is what you should have learned so far. So Thinkific makes that really easy, but I do have a private group for my students, so making sure they're getting access to the group. Usually you get a ton of emails during launch week, so making sure emails are replied to and everybody got the bonuses that they needed. So usually that final week is just a lot of catch up or onboarding that I dedicate to. So yeah, that is my 6-week launch plan. Alrighty, if you've made it this far and you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hug the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss when I post my next video. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Follow your joy. Bye.